Always good to come to Detroit. Out of all the cities in the country, this is the second most visited city that I've gone to. Detroit, go figure. Even in my technology life, I came to Detroit. So I'm not sure how that works out. So I have a question for you. How many of you love legends? Those old stories that convey so much truth? I don't know about you, but I love legends. And so I have a legend. I brought a legend with me. Some of you have perhaps maybe heard it, but I think it really fits in with what we're doing tonight, what we're doing here this whole weekend, really. So here it is. So way back when, man or humankind was given an amazing divine power. And of course, being the way that we can be sometimes, we misuse that power. So the gods got together and said, okay, we need to take this power away from them because they're messing it up here. So there was like a council of all these like cool God people came together. Okay, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do? If we take it away, where are we going to hide it? So the first suggestion was, you know what? Let's put it on top of the highest mountain and hide it there. And they're thinking, humankind loves to climb mountains. They're going to find it there. So I said, okay, so how about if we put it in the deepest sea? They love to dive in the water and go explore the ocean depths, right? They'll find it there also. And so the third aspect, I know what we can do. This is it. This is a great idea. Let's bury it in the dirt, in the ground, in the earth. They'll never find it there. You know what? I don't know about you as a kid, but I love to play in the sand, and dig and do all that stuff. They're going to find it there too. So, where can we hide it where they'll never find it? And so Brahma said, you know what? I have it. Let's hide it deep within themselves, because that's for sure a place that they'll never look to find it. And so our divine essence was hid within. And to this day, we're climbing mountains looking for it. We're diving into the ocean trying to find it. We're digging holes all over the place. And we're still trying to find it. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to take you on a little journey to help you uncover this divine masterpiece that's within each and every one of you. And I think that's really the intention of this whole weekend, is to really unveil this essence that's within each and every one of us. So, with that being said, how would you guys like to breathe a couple times to kind of get ourselves started? So just take some nice deep breaths. I love the story of Michelangelo. The statue of David. And he was asked, how did you carve it? And he said, you know what, I didn't carve it. I simply removed the pieces that weren't the statue. Welcome to the game of life. See, the masterpiece is already within you. All you have to do is remove the pieces that aren't the masterpiece. And that's what we're here to do tonight. So, to kind of give you a little bit of a context, as Ethan mentioned, he always loves to steal my one line. I'm a recovered CEO. I was in the high-tech industry for 19 years. Man, I was strapping, Italian suit dude. Man, I looked, bad in a suit with a tie. Oh, it was all over. So, I come home one night. How many of you are married or have a significant other or have been married or had a significant other? Isn't it amazing how they can communicate so much with just a look? They don't even need to say anything. They just look at you. Oh, man. And my wife, Dr. Lara, has really a couple of prominent looks. I will only discuss one for the sake of tonight, and that's the I'm going to hit you with some truth look. And so I come home after a hard night's work. There she is in the hallway, and I'm like, oh, man, she had the look on. And she just got in my face, and she said, you know what, I don't give a damn how much money you're making. I look in your eyes, and you're dead. When are you going to have the courage to fulfill your purpose and step into what you've been talking about for years now? Like any good husband, I wanted to find fault with what she said, but like any really good husband, you realize, dude, what's the point? You're wrong again. It's like 752 to 3, and not in my favor. And she was right, because I had bought into this model that, right, what would we do? We make more money, we get more widgets, we work our way up the ladder, we're supposed to be happy, Shangri-La's up there. Well, let me tell you something, Shangri-La is not up there, okay? It's not there. And even though I had this financial success, I was discontent, unfulfilled, unhealthy, and I felt like, what's my purpose? What's my purpose in life? So I left. I took the leap of faith to discover what that purpose was. And in the early 2000s, I've been playing guitar forever. Went to go see Pink Floyd, man, in concert, and was mesmerized to play, amongst other things, but that's another story, to play guitar. So I've been playing ever since I was in high school. And I had a friend who was a professional drummer, and he said, come on, man, let's make an album. I'll play drums, I'll help produce it. I know a guy that will give us the bro deal on studio time. Let's do it. And so we did. And so I made this little CD. It's part of here. I can't really see it, but it's part of this series for fun, just to have the experience. It was not part of my agenda to do music or energy healing work. But lo and behold, that music CD ended up changing my life. So now, being a CEO, I married a doctor of metaphysics, which means I married woo-woo, And so one night, she was 8 months pregnant with our first daughter, and Olivia was in there doing somersaults at 7 o'clock every night. Mom's on the bed in misery, telling me how she's not going to make it another 4 weeks. And so she said, honey, would you just put your hand on my tummy? And I did. It was instant peace and quiet. And then after 6 nights in a row, something like that, she goes to me, you're a healer. And I said, don't talk to me about that healing mumbo jumbo, man. That's the kind of stuff they take you out in the backyard, they tie you to a tree, and they set you on fire, man. I don't want nothing to do with that. And then, of course, being the good doctor of metaphysics, what does she say? She says, you know what? I think you might have past life issues to resolve. If you ever want to freak out a CEO, you just tell him that he has past life issues to resolve. I guarantee you that he'll run down the hallway with his fingers in his ears going, la, 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 I can't hear you. I know it's pitiful, right? La, 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 I want nothing to do with that. So lo and behold, I come out with this CD, and guess what? It's healing. Oh, great. Thank you, right? So what's it all about? Well, out of that discovery, I discovered that I have the ability to harmonize disharmonious energy, that I'm actually a channel for this frequency and energy. Dr. Jones, the gentleman from NASA who discovered the frequencies in my music, said, I don't know how you got access to this or how you're bringing it through, but this is your talent to be able to harmonize disharmonious energy. And so I started doing music to help people rise above these negative influences in the environment. So I got invited to a lecture. Talk about interesting quantum physics 101 from this dude from NASA who had more letters after his name than his last name itself. I'd never heard of quantum physics. This is, 12, 13 years ago. How many of you had heard of quantum physics, back then? Most of us probably hadn't. And so I'm in the back room blown away. Who you see in the mirror is the tip of the iceberg of who and what you are. You are this beautiful expression of life. And in essence, you are a super biological wireless computer. You have an wireless connection to the ultimate super internet, where you have access to all the information that you need to heal your life, transform your blocks and these lovely little things that we encounter upon our paths here as human beings, and ultimately to transform the world that we live in. And so what they were identifying was how there's 80,000 man-made chemicals in our air, food, and water. Everybody's got the latest and greatest technology, that we're bombarding this beautiful biofield or energetic field that surrounds us, or what's commonly called an aura. And so they discovered frequencies in my music that have the ability to restore harmony to a listener's energy field, even when being exposed to all the lovely stuff in our environment. So halfway through this lecture, they go, Mark, come up here. We want to do some demonstrations. And they're showing how things we use every day compromise our energy, put us out of tune. And so I come up there. I just thought I was going to show up and play during donut time. I'm coming up there and I play and I see people's physical energy shift instantly in front of my eyes. And I was like blown away. And I wasn't sure what I was witnessing. How could music, a note being played, change somebody's energy? So I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. How many of you have seen these demonstrations? I know Ethan's done them. Okay, so probably most of you haven't. Wow. Okay, so this is what I need. I need two people who are kind of athletic, because I'm going to have you do something after we do a couple demos, and then we're going to get started with what we're doing tonight. So, do I get to pick? Or does somebody feel really brave? Come up here, young lady. Who else? Come on, don't be shy. Come on. Okay, come on up. All right, so you guys are going to also, all right, this looks like a tough group. Do not mess with these ladies right here, okay? Because they will no, never mind. Okay, so first demonstration. All right. So how important is it for balance in life? Right? This is the physical expression. We want to walk from point A to point B. Balance is important, correct? I'm going to need this. So let me grab this right now. And of course, I did not pre-select the music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demonstration of balance with her. And we'll do a before and after with the music, provided I get my act together. Never remember to do this. You think I would have it down by now, considering how many times I've done this. But lo and behold, it's not too far away. Okay, so feet and toes all the way together. All right? You feeling strong? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to just become like a board. Okay, be stiff. I'm going to have you grab my hand, get a good grip on it. Whoa, that's a grip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply downward pressure. I want you to stay strong. Don't let me bend or tip you. Okay? Don't lean the other way. It ain't going to matter. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Be strong. Okay, so, you let go. It's very easy to tip her. I kind of expected more, by the way. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the test with music playing. Feet and toes all the way together. Once again. Grab that. Okay, you ready? Be strong. Yeah. Not tipping over. So, I have two daughters, so I have mastered the art of reading minds. So she's like, oh man, I knew it was coming the second time. I just tightened that yoga core. There was no way he was going to tip me. We'll see if that's the case. Okay, you ready? Be strong. Okay, come on. What happened? Did you feel a difference? Yeah. Okay, so I want you to come over here. Stay right there. Next. And what's your name? Teresa. Teresa, thank you. And your name?
Lady.
Lady?
Lady.
Letty. Okay, I got it. We're going to do this test again. We'll give a before test. So feet and toes together, all the way. Grab my fist. Are you ready? Be strong. Ooh, that's good. Impressive. Nice try. So, don't mess with me. All right. Okay, so one of the questions that had come up was, how do you, the music benefit is when it plays, so then I found a way to imprint the frequency into inanimate objects. So I want you to hold that, feet in the other hand. We're going to repeat the test. Are you ready? Okay, ready? Be strong. Okay, now do not open your hand. Okay. All right, good. You're solid. Wow. So give it back. You can't have it. Well, you can, at least for an evening. Now, once again, Letty, I can read her mind because I can read Spanish. Right? Do you speak Spanish? Now I know what my mom was thinking all those years when I was growing up. Ready? Be strong. Okay, very easy to knock her off balance. So now what we're going to do something to really kind of get everybody involved here, if you're open for it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give each one of them a ball of energy, okay, that's going to be in one of their hands. And they're going to come out into the audience, and they're going to high-five you. If you don't want it, don't put your hand up to be high-fived, okay? But there's a reason why we're doing this. Because when you are in tune and in harmony, it opens the door for you to reach in and let go of those pieces that are hiding the masterpiece within, okay? And what we want to do is we want to let go of some of those pieces, right? And that's what we're going to do tonight. So these ladies are going to help. They're going to run through the audience, and they're going to high-five as many of you as possible. So if you want to be high-five, put your hand up. Are you ladies open to doing that? Yeah. Okay, so here's another cool test is I learned this later. Once again, my lovely wife always pushing my comfort zone, which was a daily occurrence. She calls me from the park one day, and she said, I don't think you need music to do this. I want you to remotely send energy to my friend here at the park. Well, at this point in time, I just learned the magic 2 words. What were they, Darren? Yes, dear. I sent energy 1.5 miles away. Her friend has this total physiological shift. So I learned, and then, of course, she goes, I knew it. It's not the music, it's you. And so I just use the music as a vehicle to get the energy out into the world. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ball of energy. Letty, I want you to put your left hand out like that. I'm going to have you hold it. Oh, wow. Feet and toes together. You volunteered, man. Open up your hand. There you go. Ready? Yeah. Be strong. Yeah, solid. Okay, so you got it. It's in your hand now. Okay, come on over here. All right, so you put your left hand out. Okay. That. Ready? Be strong. Okay, wait a second. She's having a second thought. Let's see what happens. Okay, ready? Be strong. Oh, come on. What happened? Okay, I'll put it back. There you go. So now it's in your hand now. Okay, so you don't have to hold it like a ball. So what you guys, your homework assignment is to go high-five as many people as possible, okay, to help tune their energetic field, because right now, how many chemicals are we being exposed to? How many Wi-Fis are in this hotel? I saw that TV station across with all these dishes and antennas and stuff, and all that cool stuff. We're being impacted. So you guys get to high-five, and I hope 2 people's enough. Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get to work. Okay, everybody, come on. Get your hand up if you want to be high. I'll come help, too. Hopefully we don't get any feedback. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Oh, this is a big assignment. Keep your hand up if you have not been high-fived, okay? Awesome, great, thank you. Yes, indeed. How are you? Hey, how are you? Oh, yes, you too. How are you? Oh, your hands are so warm. Come on, okay, oh, yes. Fancy meeting the elevator girl with the baby. All right, cool. Great, are we making progress? Okay, we're getting there. All right. Oh, Barb. Barb always has her hand up for me. Awesome. Cool. Okay. I think you guys already had your hands up. Come on. We've got work to do here today, okay? I see how cool is that? Oh, is that legitimate? Oh. Okay, let's give them a big hand for being our test subject. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate that. So about tonight, I'm really excited because this is the first time I'm doing this tonight. So I learned about the music first. And one day, Dr. Jones asked me in his office. It was really cool getting to hang out with a quantum physicist, energy worker, dude. Guy was out there. I remember telling him, Doc, man, I think you did way too much LSD back in the 60s. And then he just laughed. He just said, you know what? That very well might be true, but that's besides the fact. Like, okay. So what we're going to do, in the office with Dr. Jones one day, he asked me, what do you think is the most powerful energy disruptor that we're exposed to on the planet that can put our energy out of tune like nothing else? What do you think it is? Anybody? In this audience, I expect the first answer to be correct. Well, that's pretty close. Okay, I'll tell you what he said. That was kind of a good, it is yourself. It's your own limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that you've been programmed with that tell you you're anything but divine, anything but magnificent, anything but unlimited in your potential. So I figure, if this music can null and void energy disruptors in the environment, maybe it could do it to the energy disruptors in our own head. So I'm doing a coaching session with a young lady. I've been coaching for years, and it came to me a very common issue, 10 years, all kinds of different relationships, same son of a, that would be a reoccurring negative pattern, okay? And so I'm talking to her, and over the years, I've learned to listen to what people say, and I can hear where they're out of tune. And she was broadcasting resentment. So I'm like, who do you resent? So we dug. Of course, it ended up being Dad, okay? And she said, we haven't gotten along, we fought, all this stuff. And so I said, you open to forgiving your dad? And she said, I am. I said, I'm going to play a piece of music. I've never played it before. My intention was to just play a piece of music on forgiveness to help build that frequency of energy within herself. And so I pushed record. I recorded it, sent it to her. She calls me up 3 days, Mark, you are not going to freaking believe this. I said, what's up? My dad called me today out of the blue and said, you know what, 10 years is way too long to have unresolved issues. You don't understand, Mark. My dad, you look up macho in the dictionary, it's his picture. He would never do anything like that. I said, that's the biggest thing that we need to learn is the outer is a reflection of the inner. First of all, one, you set the intention to forgive your father. Very important step, which we'll do tonight. Number two, you played the music to shift your energy. Number three, what shows up? An opportunity to heal and forgive what needed to be forgiven so that she would quit repeating this negative pattern of reoccurring relationships with her dad in attempts to heal it and to resolve it. I think I'm messed up my ear thing here. So that's where I started going, man, you know what? Maybe I'm onto something here. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize 7 frequencies of energy that we're going to go through. You guys get to kick back and breathe. I'm going to guide you through it. And if we have enough time, I'll even have somebody come up to the microphone who might want to have a little extra assistance in shifting something. And we're going to go through this. What do you think? Does that sound good? So thank you. Guys, they're already clapping. We haven't even done anything yet. That's pretty cool. So all journeys begin with an intention. My most favorite email of all time was, Mark, is there any way you could make a song that'll make my husband a better man? I'm like, man, that song would be playing in my house all the time. I would come home and that song would just be on loop, I say, you know what, I could play the most beautiful piece of music in the universe, but if your husband doesn't want to become a better man, it won't matter. Because that's when we cross into the domain of free will. So, guess where we get to start off with in intentions? So important. Because in reality, each and every one of you is the universe in motion. Each and every one of you is the divine, having a his and her human experience in this most elaborate game called life, the cosmic game of hide and seek. Come in here with all of your divinity, all of your unlimited potential, all of your awesomeness and be born and promptly forget every single bit of it. And then you have parents that say, oh, this way, and life is that way, and you're never going to amount to this or whatever. And then you have school that says you're dumb if you don't get straight A's and all these different things. And because we're such programmable, beautiful, biological computers from age 0 to 7, we just bring it all in. That's why the Jesuits say, give me a child from 0 to 7, they're a Jesuit forever. Because that's when you embed your foundational programming. And then this masterful game of life creates an experience where your negative thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions, all the things that say you're anything but divine, masterfully outpicture through the facets of your life or in your physical health. But if you change the frequency and the energy, you change the external. So, how many of you have challenges in life? Anybody? Oh, God, I thought it was just me. Those are the greatest and grandest opportunity to unveil the masterpiece within. I bet you haven't thought about your challenges in that way in a while, have you? No, we don't. What do? We curse them. We make ourselves wrong for having them. We blame the world, blame whatever. There's all kinds of things that we can do, but they are a beautiful, grand opportunity to transform our lives. So we're going to have an opportunity to shift some of that tonight and to work through some things. So, you ready? Okay, so obviously you want to be comfortable in your seat. If you can, put both feet on the ground. We're going to do kind of an energy transmission, music transmission, and we're going to work through these frequencies of energy. But as I mentioned just a second ago, the first one is the most important, and that's about opening. It's about opening up to creating a healing and a transformation for yourself here tonight, this weekend. You got to command, because you've all been blessed with this power and ability to command energy. You're the commander-in-chief of energy. Isn't that cool? So you have the ability to move it, to transmute it, to shape it into whatever you desire. But in order to do that, you must first set the intention. So, just close your eyes if you're comfortable and breathe. Take another deep, slow inhale. And just breathe deeply. And as you breathe, just watch the rising and the falling, and allow yourself to relax. Take an open mouth inhale, open mouth, let it go. And as you breathe, I want you to set an intention for yourself. Whatever it is for you, to open to transformation, awakening, to revealing the masterpiece that's within you, to being true to your music. Take another deep, slow inhale. And be committed. To being true to this perfection that's within. Take another deep, slow inhale. The universe is set into motion through your intentions. Just breathe that in. Take another deep, slow inhale. Breathe in the note. Just open mouth, let it go. And as you continue to breathe, bring your attention inward. And set the intention right here, right now, to awaken. And to be more empowered. So the first frequency is awaken. Reach within yourself. There you will find your divine essence. So take a deep, slow inhale. And invite your true self to arise. Take another deep, slow inhale. And just let go of any thoughts that say, it's not within you. Or, I don't know how to get in touch with mine. Those are just all works of fiction. And I get a sense and I can hear that there's some doubt. Just let it go. You are the universe in motion. So take a deep, slow inhale. Just breathe in the notes. Take another breath and awaken. And as you continue to breathe, perhaps maybe it's hard for you to embrace that when you need some healing. So just take a deep breath. Take a scan of your body. And take note of any place where you're experiencing disharmony. And begin to breathe in and out of that place. Maybe you're fortunate to not have disharmony in your body. Maybe you have it in your life. Just breathe in and out of that. As we work with the second frequency of aligning your energy. Take another deep, slow inhale. Like the guitar, we have to tune our own strings to make beautiful music. Doesn't matter how hard you play, how well you play. If your strings aren't in tune, you'll never make beautiful music or reach your full potential. So just take a deep, slow inhale and just blow it into wherever you're experiencing disharmony in your life. Deep breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Take another deep, slow inhale. as I listen to the room, I hear there's upsets, resentments against things that have happened in the past. Brings us to the next frequency. Called forgiveness. So as you breathe, ask yourself, who do I need to forgive? Are you willing to set the intention? Right here, right now. To forgive that person. Or maybe even yourself. And as you continue to breathe, imagine that person in front of you. Imagine yourself saying, "Please forgive me for holding on to any resentments." Imagine them saying back and just sending you all this love and compassion and forgiveness back to you. And if you have to, imagine yourself looking in the mirror and saying, "I forgive you too." We love to beat up on ourselves. Are you willing to forgive yourself and others? Take a deep breath. Another deep, slow inhale. So as you continue to breathe, bring your attention to your heart space. And just watch the rising and the falling of your breath. If any thoughts show up, just gently come back to the breath. Take another deep, slow inhale. Gently let it go. Take another inhale. And just breathe. And as you look into that space, you might notice a gentle glow. Which brings us to perhaps maybe one of the most powerful frequencies. Self-love. Self-love is kind of like a light in a dark room. Very transformative and healing. So just breathe in notes. Focusing on your heart space. And to the best of your ability, imagine a faint glow, almost like a precious ember. Each inhale, make it grow brighter. Fill in your heart space. Fill in your chest. Moving up into your shoulders. Just take a deep, slow inhale. Moving the light into your head, down into your arms. Are you willing to love yourself more? Right here, right now. And the cool thing about this universe, there's always more love to unfold into. Take a deep breath. Continue to make yourself glow brighter. and brighter. Embrace yourself. And breathe. And open to the abundance of this beautiful universe. Take another deep, slow inhale. There is no lack. Just breathe in abundance. And remind yourself who you truly are. Just breathe in extra deep. You're the universe in motion. Lack is a construct of the mind. Just let it go. Breathe it in. I get a sense that there's been a lot of lack. Are you willing to set yours down? And open up to your divine inherent right. So just take a deep, slow inhale. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Once again, bring your attention inward. And step into the next frequency of knowing and intuition. And divine guidance. Look within. Everything you need is right there. Embrace it. What do you need an answer to in your life? Imagine yourself sitting on the edge of the ocean. With this cosmic sea in front of you. Beautiful. Perfect. Ask it. What's the next step for me? What do I need to know? Take another deep breath. And listen. What's the universe whispering in your ear? Some of you, it's saying, you're me. experiencing myself. Take another deep, slow inhale. And just breathe. You have everything within you. To bring your music, your true self, who you really are, out. That makes this whole crazy game worth playing. Take another breath. And know. Just continue to breathe. Which brings us to this next frequency. Called reveal. Reveal who you really are. And remember, your power, your song, purpose. It's time to shine your light. So tapping into that beautiful place of your imagination. Imagine this beautiful light within you. This divine essence. This power. Imagine yourself shining it in your home with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, with your unloved ones. That light is so powerful. And I have a little message for you from the universe. It's really encouraging you to shine yours. Your song. your music, your light. Take another deep, slow inhale. Just continue to breathe deeply. Watching the breath. Watching the rising, the falling. And just begin to start to bring a little more awareness back to the room. Back to this time, back to this space. Just breathing deeply. And if you feel called, we have this lovely little microphone right here. And I wanted to kind of open up to maybe a little bit of additional work if you're feeling you need a little additional work. So this is where things get interesting. However, if you do this, I want to just be on purpose, okay? This is an opportunity for you perhaps maybe to release something that you need to release and let go of. It's not time for a dissertation. And as I have tried this line with my daughters, so far, well, they've gotten older, so I don't hear it as much. So Whine is not a language. It works with them part of the time. But it's an opportunity to open additional space, not only for healing for yourself, but for everybody in the room, because I'm sure what always happens, we can all relate to. So this is really a part for you guys, a time for you to take advantage of that. Is there anybody who would like to maybe show up and say, hey, you know what, I'm kind of feeling this, I want to let it go? And yeah, come on up. Hopefully the trusty microphone man's on it. So what's your name?
I'm Stacy.
Stacy.
From Texas.
Stacy from Texas. We won't hold that against you.
Hey!
The big state.
Texas.
So Stacy, what inspired you to step up front?
My friend Linda poking me in the ribs. So I got.
But beyond Linda
last
poking you in
year.
the ribs, which was really you poking yourself in the ribs,
Right.
what is it that you're up here for?
So I went through a big divorce about a year ago, and so I have done a lot of work, but I would just love if there's any leftover resentment, if I didn't pray it out when you were just doing your music, I would just love to be able to really live in my new life without any of the leftover hurt and anger.
So do you feel like you're still holding on to some resentment?
I feel like I've let go of a lot, but I do, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I guess I just want to be
So there's a little
sure.
something for you. Okay?
Yeah.
As you go through your progression, as you ascend, you're going to get opportunities. I guess we can call them that. Yes, this is a positive environment, right? Opportunities to heal things from a different perspective, from a different level of awareness, okay? So obviously a divorce, there's a lot of things that entail within that. I know from a child's perspective, experiencing that as a child with my parents getting divorced, you know. So are you open and willing to let go of the next level of resentment that you're still holding on to? And what I'm really getting a sense is that there's a part of you that still like blames yourself. That there's like part of you that still says, you know, I'm partially responsible for this, what happened. And are you willing to let go of that self-blame?
Yes.
Anybody in here ever blame themselves for the obstacles and the things that we've done in our lives? Right. So we're going to have an opportunity to let that go if you're willing to.
I'm willing.
Excellent answer.
Yes.
I love that too. Sometimes you wouldn't be surprised during a session how many people I've like argued with about letting it go. Well, I'd like to think about it, or I'll try. That's not what I asked. Are you willing? Are you willing to set the intention to let that go? And willing to embody a whole nother level of frequency of self-love and compassion for yourself.
Yes.
There are no failures in life. There are only learning opportunities to expand and to grow. And so this is the other piece that comes in. Are you ready to leverage this whole experience and use it as an opportunity to help you soar? I literally see like you flying, like a bird fledging, you know,
Let's do it.
for the first time. So, okay, how many, and as I mentioned, how many of us can relate to that? We all can, right? So let's thank her for opening an opportunity for us to do some healing, not only for her, but for us. So thank you so much for sharing. Why don't you grab a seat? I'm going to take you through a little process. Oh, well, let me ask you this. When you think about the divorce, what are some of the emotions that arise?
Sadness.
Sadness. Excellent. What else? Give me maybe two more.
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak. Excellent.
Heartbreak. Anger, too.
Oh, that's an excellent one. Just frequencies of energy. And what are you? What is everybody in this room? The commander-in-chief of energy. So are you willing to let go of the sadness, the heartbreak, and the anger?
Yes.
See, it's not bad, okay? There's this thing out there that says these emotions are bad. They're not bad. They're just emotions. They're frequencies of energy. They're lower density, yes. Do they feel good? No.
No.
Okay? I'm really getting to say this because there's a whole lot of people in this room who look at those emotions as being bad and wrong, and that's, you know, we need to suspend that mind judgment. How many of you have seen a AA battery before in life? Everybody, right? If you notice, on that AA battery, there's a positive terminal and there's a negative terminal, okay? that battery won't shine the light without both polarities, okay? If you're going to shine your light, guess what? You get these polarities. They're just energy. This sadness, 88.5, bliss, ecstasy, 108.7. It's just frequency. But all those lower density frequencies are tied to a belief that we hold within ourselves. And so the more that you allow yourself to feel and release and dissipate, which is what we're going to do right now, you can let that energy go. And the more that you let it go, those old belief patterns that we've stored within ourselves get smaller and smaller and smaller till they disappear. And life quits marrying back what's being broadcasted. So I guess you can stand there, and everybody else, we can relate to this, right? What do you need to let go of? Resentment? Where are you feeling anger? Where are you feeling failure? Are you willing to let it go? So what we're going to do is I'm going to play a release piece, and it's an opportunity to release, okay? Just breathe it out. Let it go. If you feel tears come up, express them. I was very fortunate. My mother was a catalyst for my own spiritual awakening. I remember I didn't appreciate it as a teenage boy, but now I can go back and I remember this, and it's like, oh, such wisdom. Son, we cry so that we might cleanse the eyes and see life more clearly. And I remember as a teenager, I'm like, whatever, Mom. But now I realize, oh my God, Mom knew what was going on. So get connected to that place of heartbreak within yourself where you feel that you have failed. And let me ask you a question. Are you willing to let it go? Put away the beat-up stick. We all have them. We keep it right here attached to our belt buckle. You willing to set it down? So think of your situation and close your eyes. And breathe. And our imagination has the ability to move energy. So feel that heartache, the frequency. Suspend judgment and interwrap it within your breath. And just breathe it out. Feel it, let it go. Don't worry about where it goes. The music will help to dissipate it. Take a deep, slow inhale. Breathe it out, let it go. Feel it, let it go. We're masters of holding things within. Just let it go of the sadness. Just breathe it out. Take another deep inhale. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Set it down. Let it go. Another deep inhale. Breathe it out. Think of everything in terms of energy. Such a beautiful quote from Tesla. Your emotions are frequencies of energy. They're just an energy detector. You can let go of that old hurt, those old resentments, just by feeling and processing and releasing and dissipating. So I want to thank you for being courageous to walk to the mic, and thank you for providing the opportunity. Yes, give her a hand. Thank you for providing the space for the rest of us to also have an opportunity to clear some stuff out, because how many of us had stuff to clear out, right? We all do. It's all part of the human experience. And as Ethan said earlier, and we signed up to come play. We thought it would be fun. So thank you for that. Let's give her another hand. Thank you. So somebody else, come on up.
Hi, thank you.
What's your name?
Christy?
Christy?
Yeah.
Right? Oh.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you. It's
So, what inspired you to raise your hand?
I really want to make sure that I have eliminated the frequency that may allow individuals that are considering suicide to enter into my realm.
Okay. So that's a pretty heavy one.
It is. But
So-
I feel it's necessary for myself and the collective consciousness. So I want to make sure that I am vibrating at a level that helps to transmute that.
So let me ask you a question, because any time that we look outside, it's an opportunity to look within.
Yes.
So it's almost like this is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing that there's a part of you that doesn't like a part of yourself.
Okay.
Now, it could be a judgment. You know, it's almost like there's a part of you that you don't want to carry with you anymore. You know, it's like, and it's because you have a deep judgment about it. I don't know if that resonates, but that's just what I'm hearing.
I could say that it's percolating that it could be a wounded inner child.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm really getting a sense is that it's an opportunity to open to another level of loving that child and embracing that child and accepting that child, that part of yourself, that part of your past that is made part of who and what you are. You know, these experiences in life, they come to educate us and to teach us and to help us evolve if we use them for that and really leverage them. There's steps in the ladder that are going to lift you to new heights. So I get the sense that there are some things from your childhood that are really painful and lower density. So are you willing to let go another level of that?
Oh, yes.
You know?
Yes.
And to just allow yourself to also like to look at those issues and those things as an opportunity to help propel you to new heights. Because it's almost like there's a part of you that hasn't allowed that to happen. You know, it's like, damn, this happened in the past, and, you know, kind of gotten stuck in some of that energy. So are you open to leveraging it and stepping into another level of who and what you are?
Yes, and I so appreciate the comparison because I don't think my awareness was realizing that that perspective may be allowing that resonance of somebody else not lucking themselves to enter into the field.
There's a part of you that needs to embrace the inner wounded child.
Yes.
You know, and just embrace her.
Mm-hmm.
You willing to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you. I think that's awesome. So how many people can relate to that? We all can, right? So this is an opportunity. Well, I'm really getting a sense that something needs to come out that's never been played before. So we'll see, okay, what that is. So just take some nice deep breaths. And embrace your inner child. Take another deep, slow inhale. Breathe in the notes. Accept all of who you are. The sad parts. The parts yet to be healed. Just breathe into those places. Take another deep, slow inhale. Thank you for opening that space up. Appreciate it. Let's give her a quick little hand. You look like you're ready to go. Get on up here.
Hello.
What's your name, man?
My name is Keith James.
Keith James. Not just Keith, but Keith
James. You need
James.
to
Is
know
that
the
like
first
related
and
to
the
King
last.
James?
No, Keith
Okay,
James,
just
President
checking,
2032.
just checking.
So, yes, sir.
So what inspired you to come on up here?
Well, my friend, business partner is here with me. She just stepped out for a moment. And I'm here because I'm moving from Delaware to Los Angeles on Monday. So this is the step in between.
Another Californian coming to the state, man. You're why there's
No,
so
I'm
much
from
traffic at
Delaware,
home.
so I'm going to California.
I know. I live in California, so that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and like on this process, I'm mastering unconditional love.
Okay.
The problem that I'm having is deciphering the love that's being given to me with conditions. So I feel as though I'm good at loving unconditionally until I see the conditions of which the love is given back to me.
Okay, so first of all, I want to see if you're open to just shifting something here, okay? Are you willing to let go of it being a problem?
Willing to let go, just not sure where to start.
That what?
Willing to let go, just not sure where to start.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's irrelevant. Okay, that's not your domain to ponder and worry about, so you're willing to let that go too?
Yes.
So you're willing to look at this mirroring back of conditional love as an opportunity to help elevate your own unconditional love thing. The first thing I felt like saying when you said that, mastering unconditional love, I'm just like, okay, dude, when you get that down, give me a call. I want to know. Because aren't we all in the process of stepping into this, okay? So, all it's reflecting back is just that you still got work to do within yourself, to unconditionally love yourself. To unconditionally love who and what you are, everything that you've been through, everything that you've done, all the beautiful mistakes / learning opportunities that you've done in your life. Are you willing to love yourself unconditionally at another level? And by the way, this is a process that's ongoing. It's as expansive as the universe itself, which is pretty damn expansive, But I'm really getting a sense for you. It's just... there's an analytical part of you who wants to know how. That's not your domain, okay? Your domain is to step into your power as a beautiful expression of this universe and to set the intention to master the art of unconditional love. Right? Yes. That's all you got to do. Let the universe provide the how. The how is not your domain. That's where this wants to go. It's called analysis of paralysis. You'll never figure it out up here. Yeah. Just set the intention. You're in the cosmic kitchen, brother. Mm-hmm. Submit your order and allow the waiter, the universe, the restaurant, the chef to do all its magic and to prepare it to you in a way that's totally contrary to your time frame and in the way that you think it should show up. If you're willing to let go of that, have a little side of detachment. Yeah. Okay? And know that you're going to get there. Are you willing to increase your faith that you will step into being this beautiful, in fact, you already are, by the way, unconditional love? How could you be anything else? You're the universe in motion. How could you be anything else but unconditional love? So you've created a story that you're not. Well, you're willing to let the story go. Are you?
Yeah, that was just deep, so it took a minute, but yeah.
A deep, man. Yeah. Oh, man. This is the Awake and Empowered Expo, man. This is all, there is no shallow end here.
Oh, man.
Okay, it's all deep. None of us are touching the bottom right now. So he's in the deepness together, right? It's deep because you're deep. You know? I don't know what I just said. I couldn't repeat it to you if I wanted to, but that's what needed to be said, you know?
Appreciate you.
So, but man, just put your order in. Let it go. Have faith and trust that it'll come to be. Are you willing to have faith and trust?
Yes.
You ready to believe in yourself?
Yes.
You ready to unveil the masterpiece that's within you?
Yes.
Those are all good answers. Man, if I could just do that with my kids at home. There's hope, right? And then I'll bring out the guitar to them, and they'll go, man, don't even try pulling. Don't even try. My youngest, your Jedi mind tricks don't work on me. Little does she know. So I got something for you. Have a seat. How many people can relate to that? So thank you for bringing that up for all of us, because we all want to embody that to another level. We all want to let that go. You don't need to know how. All right? Let me just, man, if you can pick this up right now, quit trying to figure out how. I've been trying to figure out how for years, man, and let me tell you something, it doesn't work. Set the intention, put your order into the universe, and then let the universe provide the hows back at you. Those are the breadcrumbs. Those are the synchronicities. Those are the phone calls. Those are like, tomorrow there's going to be a buddy of yours or somebody, hey, you should check out this book. And then all of a sudden, Amazon sends you an email with a special on that book. That's how it just reminds me when I was a kid, man. Okay, I'm a recovered fundamentalist. I was a fundamentalist. I was a holy roller, man. I rolled holy with the best of them. I used to hit people with my Bible. Well, maybe not quite, but I wanted to, And, I remember, man, why doesn't God just pick up the phone and call me? My phone's right there, man. Come on, God. Pick it up, man. Call me. Mark, you probably shouldn't go out with that girl anymore. You should probably stop smoking those funny cigarettes and drinking those beers and stuff. And, but I never got the call, so I thought. But then I realized we get the call all the time. The question is, are you listening? It's the synchronicities. It's the little ahas, the little breadcrumbs that are going to lead you on the trail to stepping into becoming the unconditional love, by the way, that you already are. So just let go of the story. I'm not unconditional. I'm unconditional love. And I can totally relate, dude. Even I said, yeah, when you got it down, let us all know. But we already are. So is everybody in the room willing to already be that and embody that? and have faith and trust that all the right resources, all the right answers, all the right ahas, all the right workshops, all the right sessions for this weekend, by the way, which means you should go do these things, take advantage of them, are all breadcrumbs on the trail that are going to help you to unveil the masterpiece that is already within. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. Doesn't matter what you think might happen tomorrow. Doesn't matter what the media says. Doesn't matter what politicians say, or anybody else for that matter. It just matters what that still, gentle voice within your own self says. So just take some nice, deep breaths. And have faith and trust. Unfolding. As you remove the pieces, revealing the unconditional love that is already within you. Take another deep breath. Take another breath. Remember and know that all the right pieces of information, insight, and support from the universe will come to you in its own perfect time and space. Take another breath. So I want to say this, within each and every one of you is a song. It's your purpose, it's your passion, it's your calling, it's why you came here to play the game of life, to express that into the world. It's the expression of that music that's going to transform your experience. It's the expression of that music that's going to uplift the world. Be committed to bringing that to fruition. Are you all willing to do that? Okay. As far as on the convince me level, that was really down low. So, and I can totally relate. Believe me. Okay, let me preface it with this story. As I mentioned to you, the corporate guy running down the hallway with his fingers in his ears, didn't want no healing, mumbo jumbo, woo-woo stuff. No, that wasn't part of my master plan. Well, you know, the universe laughs at our plans. And I remember one day, after I'd found out about this healing energy coming through me and the music, I said, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with this. This is the kind, I just assume turn it off. I don't want nothing to do with it. Within 5 minutes, my phone rings. It's Dr. Jones. What's going on? What do you mean what's going on? I just detected a fluctuation in your quantum field. And I'm like going, what? He goes, Mark, you need to come in and see me in my office. Do you know how cool it is to live like a couple miles away from a quantum physicist from NASA? You know, there's no getting away, damn it. So I go sit down with him. Okay. He says, Mark, and I'm going to apply this to everybody in this room, you have two choices in life, okay? Either one, you step into your gift and utilize it for the betterment of humanity, or two, you live a life of freaking misery trying to deny it. What would you rather do? And of course, I really had to work hard at it, being the smart ass that I was at that time. I said, Doc, I like option number 3. What's option number 3? None of the above. And he said, sorry, it doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, so once again, I had to step into another level of accepting my own purpose, my own passion, my own calling. And it's true, I will admit it, that when you do step into being that, you're going to have opportunities to heal like you never knew before. I sold millions of dollars worth of computer chips, okay? Never had any problem doing that. First time somebody asked me to buy a CD, it's like $15. God, I hope they don't reject me, Really? $15 CD? I'm like, but that's a true story, but that's what opens up. Remember, it's all about letting go of what's not the truth. Remember Michelangelo David removing the pieces that are hiding the masterpiece that are already within you. So today we worked with some pretty good frequencies, and I want to ground us down. So we get to do a little grounding and anchoring. And for those of you who follow my work, I start with a musical mantra for opening, and I end with grounding. So now we get to breathe and ground ourselves. How does that sound? So just take some open mouth inhales, exhales. Just breathing. Integrating this energy of hope, of awakening, of healing, of forgiveness, of love, of abundance, of intuition, and of revealing. Take a deep, slow inhale. Breathe. It says, I was talking about legends earlier, and I started with one, and I'm going to end with one. So there was a poor merchant who lived on this, up in the Himalayas. And, it was like a poor village. So, this guy was struggling just to feed the family, just to pay the bills, the mortgage, all that stuff, if they have that up there at that particular point in time. And one day, the master came to the village, and he fell at his feet. And he said, Master, I'm poor. I can barely feed my family. Can you please bless me with unlimited abundance and prosperity? And the master had compassion upon him, and he gave him a stone. It's called the touchstone. And he said, I'm going to give you this stone. All you have to do is touch this stone on copper, and it will turn to gold. He said, I'm going to be gone for 3 months. I will be back in 3 months to collect the stone. Use it wisely and use it to your pure abundance. Use it to do whatever you want to do. So the guy, needless to say, who wouldn't be stoked with the touchstone, right? It's like, man, I'm heading down to the monthly swap meet to go see the copper dealer. So he goes down there first month. So once a month swap meet. Goes down there. The guy goes to the copper dealer. Okay, how much for the copper? The guy quotes him a price. What? Man, that's way too much. Come on, dude, give me a deal. No, that's the price. And so he got angry, he got frustrated, and he went home. He said, I'll be back next month. You'll be forced to do a good deal with me. He comes back the second month. The price had gone up now, almost like 63% in 1 month. Something like that. Well, of course, this infuriated the shopkeeper. Man, he's all pissed off and kicking things. Storms home again. I'll come back next month. You will have no choice but to deal with me. Comes back the third month. This time, the copper dealer's laughing in his face. Dude, you should have bought last month because the price has gone up 130%. And of course, what happened, this infuriated the shopkeeper even more. He goes home. The master comes back to the village, and he goes to see the shopkeeper, and he said, what happened here? Why are you still poor? Why still haven't you changed anything? And then the guy's whining. Remember I said how wine's not a language, right? He's whining. Oh my gosh, the guy tried to take advantage of me the whole shot. And so the master took the stone and left and went on his journey. The moral of the story, you have 3 seasons. You've all been given the touchstone to turn copper into gold. The first month was your youth. The second month is your middle years. The third month is your elder years. You don't have forever to squander the gift that you've been given. The master will come back and knock on your door and take the stone. That's part of the game of life. Because if we were eternal here in this domain, we would never get anything done. Who's going to deal with their fears and all that stuff? And, oh my gosh, is it good enough to express and all the different things that show up when it comes to especially shining our light? You got 3 seasons. You already have the touchstone. Utilize it. Tap into it. And I really want to encourage you to dive in this weekend and listen to what's being shared, because everything that everybody's presenting are pieces that can help you to lift yourself to new heights, to bring your music, your song, your calling out into the world. So, no pressure, right? Utilize the damn stone, because that's what's going to change the world. And believe me, man, I squandered some seasons, in my own experience, because I fought, and, Michaela could probably laugh at me because I've known her long enough. She knows some of those stories. I did not want to step into this, but I really want to encourage you. So I want to just, for those of you who are curious, here's what we worked on tonight, and then I'm going to tell you to make sure you drink some water tonight. I always start with opening, and then we went to awaken. I have to look because I have to remember my own order. Then we did healing. And then we did forgiveness, which is about releasing blocks. Then we did love, self-love. We did abundance, which is always a good one. I should know that one by heart. Intuition, knowing, and then revealing, the masterpiece within. And then we ended with grounding. So those are the frequencies. So I'm here all weekend. If you want to dive in deeper, I'm doing a group healing session tomorrow at 11. I'm here available for a limited amount of one-on-ones, but I'm here. There's some information out the door. And if you want to get on my email list, you can do that too. And if you want to dive into any of these processes, I have some little special things available to support you on your journey to unleashing the magnificence that's within you. And I really want to encourage you, dive in, man. Ask questions. The only dumb question is the one not asked. Ask them, And we're all here on the journey with you, man. Have some fun. So thank you so much for the opportunity to share, to be part of this experience. Really appreciate it.